All right, good morning, everybody. Well, fire danger still remains a concern for today. It's not quite as high as it was yesterday. On our fire danger map, we saw pretty much all of the area under a very high risk. Today, it's up to a high, or I should say really down to a high, and there's a reason for that. The south wind that we're still expected to see for today and into tomorrow is bringing up some warm and much more humid air. So that kind of lessens our fire danger risk ever so slightly, but the conditions are still expected to be there for today. We still have burn bans that continue to be in effect, and more counties have been added as of yesterday. But again, I'll say this one more time. Even if you were in Nacogdoches, Center, Crockett, Athens, Tyler, areas without a burn ban, the conditions are still going to be in existence all across the area. So just continue to not burn anything. Don't park your vehicle over grass. The exhaust can actually allow the grass to actually catch on fire. Say dragging chains, for instance, any sort of little thing that can cause a little bit of a spark can spread into fire very rapidly. So continue to just avoid any sort of activity like that to really just prevent burning all across the area. Current winds, they're already pretty gusty. They're already pretty breezy. 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds and 21-mile-an-hour sustained winds in Athens and Tyler, up to 16 miles an hour in Jacksonville. They'll continue to increase through this morning and into this afternoon. We're expecting sustained winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour right out of the southwest, and gusts also going to be pretty gusty as well, between 20 and 30 miles per hour. We could have gusts this afternoon up to about 35 to 40 miles per hour potentially in Jacksonville, Henderson, some parts of the area. So it is still expected to be fairly gusty. They'll start to ease up by the evening and even into tomorrow. Then we got a cold front on the way that'll really kind of bring our humidity down as well as bring our winds down as well. So again, one of the big impacts for today is going to be the gusty winds. I do expect the gusty winds at least until 6 o'clock, at least the strongest of the gusty winds. We're talking about the 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts. I expect that until 6 o'clock, but by after that, still expected to be fairly gusty. And they're going to be, again, coming right out of the south. So if you're heading west or eastbound on a roadway, expect some difficult driving. Definitely slow down. Use extra precaution if you're heading out on the roadways this afternoon. Again, there you go. Fire weather risks for today still kind of in that red, almost a very high category here on our little scale here. And then we go into tomorrow. It's not quite as bad. Again, the strong south wind continuing to bring up that humidity, so it kind of lessens our fire danger risk into tomorrow. So that's some good news there. Also very mild 80s for today. We got a cold front on the way. We'll start the day off on Thursday, even warmer in the 60s, cloud cover overhead, and then we'll see some slightly cooler temperatures and some clearing behind the cold front on Thursday. Still expected to be fairly nice in the middle to upper 70s. Also, the winds not going to be quite as strong as well. Then 50s to begin your Friday, and then we'll make a run for the upper 70s to low 80s for Friday afternoon. Clouds to partly cloudy skies into this afternoon. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s, running about 20 degrees above average. We'll cool slightly down to about 80 degrees or so on Friday, with a 20% chance of rain on Thursday. There could be a couple of showers. Most everybody will be missing out. Then we'll be rebounding ourselves back into the 80s for this weekend. Should be absolutely gorgeous. Winds will be nice and light as well. Morning, y'all, will continue after this.